Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel BK Voice. Now, today we are going to discuss chapter number 1, and the name of this chapter is Force. This is the part second. Now, today we are going to discuss equilibrium. What is equilibrium? You can understand it with the example. Example is this example. You are having a body, you apply 10 Newton force toward the left, you apply the same force toward the right, and what will happen? Whether the body will move? No, the body will remain wherever it is. It will remain in its state of rest. So I am applying many forces. I am applying two forces, but the body is in its state of rest. So this is known as equilibrium when many forces are acting on the body, but the body is not changing its state of rest or of motion. It may be linear motion, it may be rotatory motion. So that is known as equilibrium. Now equilibrium is of two types. What are those? First is static equilibrium and second is dynamic equilibrium. You know, static mean rest. When I am applying or when various forces are acting on the body and the body remain in its state of rest, then this is known as static equilibrium. What are the examples? First example I have already discussed with you. When a body is acted upon by many forces and its resultant is zero, then body will remain in its state of rest. So first example is many forces are acting and body is at state of rest. Second is if a book is lying on the table, then two forces will be acting on the body. One force is acting on the table, that is the weight of the book, which is acting vertically downward, and normal reaction of the table is acting vertically upward. These two forces balances, hence the book remain in its state of rest on the table. Similarly, if you are having a physical balance, you put suppose 5 kilogram force on the left pan and the same weight on the right pan, then the two pans will remain in the horizontal position. They will not move up and down. So this is also an example of static equilibrium. Now what is dynamic equilibrium? Dynamic equilibrium means when many forces are acting on the body but the body is not changing its state of motion. The motion may be again linear motion or rotatory motion. What are the examples? Example is example number 1. The when the raindrop fall in the downward direction, it falls with a constant velocity. Why it falls with a constant velocity? Because two forces are acting on the body. One is the weight of the body which is acting vertically downward, and second is the buoyant force plus a viscous force. Net sum of these forces is the resultant of these forces is zero. Therefore, the raindrop fall with constant velocity. Second example is flight of aeroplane. When aeroplane move, its weight act vertically downward and the thrust act vertically upward. When both becomes equal, then the aeroplane move at a constant height. This is also an example of dynamic equilibrium. Similarly, if you are having, suppose you are having a stone and you tie it with a string and you rotate it, then again, the stone rotate with a constant speed. This is also an example of dynamic equilibrium. Now I suppose you have understood what is equilibrium, various forces acting on the body remain in its state of rest or of motion. What are static equilibrium? What is dynamic equilibrium? What is the example of these? That I have discussed with you. Now the second topic which we are going to discuss is condition for equilibrium. What is the condition for equilibrium? Now two conditions are there. First, as I told you, resultant force acting on the body should be zero. And second is algebraic sum of all the moments acting on the body should be 0. So two conditions are net resultant force acting on the body should be 0, and second is algebraic sum of algebraic sum of all the moments acting on the body should be 0. Now next topic which we are going to discuss with you is principle of moment. What is principle of moment? Principle of moment says that when a body is in a state of equilibrium, in that case, the algebraic sum of all the moments acting on the body should be 0 or is 0. It is only possible, suppose two moments are acting on the body, then when their sum will be 0, when clockwise movement is equal to anti-clockwise movements. So at equilibrium, clockwise movement is always equal to anti-clockwise movement. So this is the principle of moments. Next topic which we are going to discuss with you is center of gravity. What is center of gravity? You know, every body is made up of very small particles. Suppose this is the body and it is made up of so many particles like this, so many. So their weights must be acting in vertically downward direction. So due to this, there must be some moments, and there must be a point where whole weight of the body is supposed to be concentrated. So that point where whole mass of the body is supposed to be lying, and where the algebraic sum of all the moments due to these particles with which this body is made up of is 0, that point is known as center of gravity. Again, I am telling you, it is the point where the whole mass of the body is supposed to lie, and where the algebraic sum of all the moments due to all the particles is 0. That is called center of gravity. Now, center of gravity, again I am just telling you, the point where algebraic moment of all the particle about this point center of gravity is 0. So that is called center of gravity. Now one note is there, and note is, it is not always necessary that the center of gravity lie within the matter, within the mass. Sometimes it may be outside the mass as well. For example, if you are having a wire, then the midpoint of this wire will be the center of gravity. But if I bend it in the form of circle, then the center of gravity will lie at the center. So the center, there is no mass. So the center of gravity may lie on the matter, on the mass, or outside the mass as well. One more thing, center of gravity depend upon the distribution of the particles. Hence, center of gravity depend upon the shape of the body. Center of gravity depend upon the shape of the body. Keep it in your mind, it depend upon shape of the body. So student, today we discussed about equilibrium, we discussed about the types of equilibrium, its examples we have discussed, we discussed what is the condition of equilibrium, then we discussed what is the center of gravity. All these things we have discussed. I suppose you have understood all these things. For further topics, I will be here again in VK Voice. So keep in touch. Bye bye.